every eighth of a beat, bar, whatever, basically the volume spikes back up. But on top of that, the volume is louder at the start of each note being pressed, obviously, and then it quietens down as it fades out. And then there's also the delay, the echoes that get quieter as they go, but they also get resonance, so they get louder in some specific frequencies. Combine that with the reverb, and you just got a lot of different volumes in one synth. So I thought, wow, this would be really good to reuse, but I haven't reused it since. And I tried to make the same kind of thing, and I feel like this doesn't work quite as well as the other one. But still, first of all, I'm not sure why not, because this synth, by logic, should be practically the same, but maybe there was something on that GMS preset that I forgot about that is really important. And second of all, this still fulfills its role quite well. Although again, it's a little bit like more in the background and unimportant than I would have liked, but oh well. So then there's this build up to the second drop, which is the same, only we've got this bass instead of the Mega Drive bass. This still fades in. And instead of the the Harmer Saw riser, there's this new FM Citrus riser, which is far better in my opinion. But the reason why I didn't use it for both of the build-ups is because this is obviously more dominant. So I'm actually quite glad that I've made two, and they're different. Oh god, the lag. Oh, it's still going. Because it's envelopes, it's not, well anyway, this is the volume of it, on the envelope, and that is the modulation of it on the envelope. And, oh yeah, so basically, this is the thing that's FM modulating it. And, oh wait, no, there's no RM modulation going on here. Originally, the third modulator was an RM modulator, but then I made it an FM modulator. And so basically, this is FMing an FM, making it even more ridiculously high pitch. Oh wait, why has this still got this pitch? If it's right, so the pitch here is slightly off what's precise thingy, so that basically, so if it's an RM synth, it's just like earlier when I made the RM modulator have a slightly lower cent tones than the synth that it's modulating. That way, the longer the note is held, the more and more they'll desync. So the note is held at first, it sounds normal, but slowly it starts to, phase cancellations, or similar effects to phase cancellation kick in. I decided to do that kind of thing here, but as I said, I decided to stop trying to FM modulate it and tried to FM modulate it. And I thought I changed it back, but apparently not. But I didn't notice a issue, so I guess I'll just keep it like that. So yeah, this is the shape I've got here, this is the shape I've got here. Got some oscillator stuff. Yeah, and there's this automation clip here, so that basically says that the third modulator can only modulate the second one in these little spikes. You should get what I mean. And then it's being filtered, and the cutoff is going through that envelope. So yeah. Then there's the second drop, which is the same, but with these new little in-betweeny bits. So first of all, before we even do that, we need to check the mixer track for this. Okay, it's just a wave shaper. Okay, and this is the mixer track for the next synth, and it's just a wave shaper. So right, there's this. So this is a playing these notes, and it's a sine wave, I imagine. Yes, sine wave being, as you can see, I was messing around with some RM modulation here. FM modulated by a triangle-ish wave with these oscillators. That is also being FM modulated by a saw-ish wave. And the Y modulation controls how much this double modulator that modulates the modulator, how much effectiveness that has. Because, to put it in very simple terms, the Y controls the screaminess of the synth, and the X controls the speakiness, to put it in very simple terms. So yeah. So yeah, and then there's this part, which I've got a pretty simple synth going on here. Well, pretty basic. This is like normal routine stuff for me. This is the kind of synth I usually make. So it's just a Reese with all these settings, and it's track 42. It's got a bandpass here. It's got a wave shaper that is bipolar. Is that the term? Yeah, bipolar, like that. And it's weird, and it makes things very screamy and loud, and it's being automated so that things are only screamy and loud when I want them to be. And then there's more distortion on top of that, and I don't know what this is doing. Huh. I completely forgot I had this. Okay, so the third bar, I know this is the first bar, but it starts from the second bar, and then it goes to the third, then the fourth, then the first. Yeah, so the third bar, every single time this starts playing, actually has that kind of disc scratch, like stop effect. I don't know what you call it. But yeah, I completely forgot about that. But yeah, apparently it does. So this modulator is just the actual like position of the bandpass. This modulator is the bandwidth, and this modulator is the wave shaper. And then there's an electric guitar under this, which I believe is just playing a similar thing to this, but with like kind of the gaps filled in. Like it can't, basically it doesn't slide its frequency. Oh wait, no, there's more to it than that. Well, whatever. You can see the notes. I don't remember what I did to transform this into this, but yeah. And then I'm not gonna lie, at this point I was getting really scared because you can see how much this is lagging and how much it's struggling to just exist. And at this point I'm like, I'm at the home stretch. I'm almost done, and I need I actually did the last one before I did this part, because as you see, there's 4 of these little breaks, and each one of these little breaks is unique until it starts repeating the 8 bars. So we got this is unique, and there's this part which we're going to get to soon that is unique. And here's like, I could go through all the trouble of making a new unique synth, and I would want to do that, but if I make more synths, it's going to get laggier. I really need to finish this. I really don't want it to crash. And I'm really sick of doing this. Like at this point, I was just getting at the point where I just want to get it done. So I will admit, I don't usually do this, but I just took the you know, it goes like, the bit. I just took that and cut it up and repeated it over and over for this part. Luckily, it sounded so weird, and this is kind of the reason why I did this as well. I kind of knew that something like this would happen. I didn't know how much different it would be, but I knew that messing around, basically, because of granulization and how inconsistent it is, not random, but inconsistent, I knew that doing that would probably not sound the same as just, even though it is repeating the growl over and over, because it's cut up in that way, it might not sound the same as the growl, even though it is. And, yeah, it kind of did sound different. And then there's this part, which, okay, so basically, I thought, okay, let's try and make the drop synth again, but this time, let's try and use a snare as the, sample. Which, thingy, is, as I said earlier, it's really difficult, and I had done it successfully in the past. If you've seen my Another EP video, the main bass, like, right off from the beginning, is a combination between, like, a Reese bass that is, like, kind of in the background, but the main part of it is actually a snare that has been granulized. In fact, not even vocoded to anything. Usually when I granulize one of these things, I vocode it to something. No, it's not vocoded to anything, it's just the granulizer.